like we fucked around too much. You fucked around
Wasting
too much.
time, dude. No time wasting.
Hey, what's up? It's episode 13. It's episode 13 of the show.
Another week down.
Burger for Card podcast. What's going on, dude?
Some podcasts on the internet
Some podcast on the internet. Dude, Fat Joe has a podcast.
where he talks about drinking like 40 Pepsis.
30, 40 a day.
No, that was him on someone else's show, but he has his own show with I don't know who, but he lies like crazy on it.
Well, it seems like everyone in there,
but
like
it's
grandma's
awesome.
got a podcast.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Those are our contemporaries, bro.
I know exactly. Our peers.
Those are our peers.
But no, what was I saying? Yeah,
what was he capping on in the podcast?
He just goes on there and he just starts making stuff up. He started talking about how like when I was young, like I robbed like 70 people in a gym and like.
You think he's lying? His name's Fat Joe. Doesn't sound like the kind of guy to rob someone at the gym.
Yeah, well, he sounds like the kind of guy to lie on his diet. What does Joe Rogan dream about?
Dream?
Did you just call me Joe Rogan?
Did you say dream?
Oh, dream.
No, like
dream.
He'd have to like stop smoking to like have like a crazy ass dream.
Remember when I cleaned up? I got crazy dreams.
Yeah, exactly. Like recently I've been having like super vivid dreams, and it's because I haven't smoked in so long, probably like a year or two. People be asking me that. My coworkers assume that I smoke.
Okay.
I'm not really like hurt, but like I guess I should feel.
I had this one dream where I was in and out of a homeless shelter.
Oh, what?
Or something, but I was back in high school. But
You were serving soup?
But I had like Margellas.
Margellas in the
I remember
homeless?
that being a big, like, I remember it being a big revolving part of like the. I was like, I can't just leave my shoes where like I don't know. I guess you're supposed to put your shoes up in the way in.
And
anyway,
you can't just leave your Margella in the,
yeah,
in the fucking homeless shelter.
Yeah, I was like, and then I woke up. And I was like, what does it mean?
Yeah.
Probably that same night or same week, and it was like I was on a roller coaster. It might have even been the same dream. It might even have started this way. I remember I got off of it was a roller coaster, and it was like I don't know how to explain it.
Like on some Six Flags shit, or more like
yeah, like the
like
one
a
where
Disney...
you sit down and then they give you like the thing over your chest.
Oh,
like a race, and then you're dangling downward. Does that make sense? Like your feet
yeah,
are dangling
flips,
instead of
right?
yeah, exactly.
It'll have
flips
the portion where you're upside down.
But there was a part where they told you like you're gonna like get ejected, and you just like you got to parachute down into this water. And I was like, yeah, that just makes sense.
It's like a roller coaster tycoon ass dream.
Yeah, bro, it was amazing. Yeah, like it felt so real, dude. And then I woke up and I was mad. I was like, I fucking gotta go to a weak ass job. And
Oh
shit.
shoot,
like fucking fuck work, dude.
that's kind of funny.
I wish I was still fucking.
Have you ever
that.
had a dream that's like so fucked up you're like relieved when you wake up? You're like, oh fuck,
yeah,
like, thank God that
bro,
was just a dream.
You ever had like an actual like?
I guess
the jump scare type of deal.
I hear they're called nightmares.
Yeah. Well, that's you ever had a nightmare where you like jump scared awake? Like you're gonna hit the pavement or you're gonna.
I've had a couple of those. It's like a jerk.
Chasing
it's
you.
like a knee jerk, like.
Dude, it's crazy. You wake up.
Those
and
are
you're,
insane.
Like, wired.
I had a pretty weird dream last night. From what I remember of it, I think I was like flossing in my dream, not like dancing, like the floss, but like flossing my teeth, and. Underrated for sure, yeah. And it was weird because like I could like feel it, right? Like I could feel my teeth, like you got like a good floss going, and then all of a sudden my teeth started coming out, and I was like, yo, this is scary, dude.
That's like an easy indicator that you're stressed. I've had that. I used to have those a lot. To me, it feels so real every time. And then I would feel all the other ones start falling out with it.
Oh shit!
And you're like, oh, dude, spitting your own teeth out in a dream feels really weird.
And then I remember in the dream too that there was just like a really weird American Dad episode, and it was American Dad, but like it was like a bunch of like body horror and shit, and like they were like morphing, and like this is the start of a creepypasta. If you guys have those, the lost body horror season of fucking American Dad, let me know.
This is more of a Rojo topic, but he hasn't been around lately, so I'm just gonna ask you or talk to you about it.
Do you miss him?
I've been slacking on. I have this audio where we talked about Superman.
You want me to talk about cape shit with Rojo?
Welcome
Hey, I was saving this for you, man. I want to go watch Superman with my dad, and I was trying to be like funny. I was trying to find like the humor in it, and I was like, there's not enough jujitsu in this. And then immediately after that, I said that dude gets put in an armbar and they break his shoulder, like dislocate his shoulder, and like Superman does. Superman gets his shoulder dislocated and
Oh wow.
everything. And then I was like, oh look, right on time. So I couldn't even write that down because I was like, the notes I had, you know what I mean?
You could have been like, oh, no jujitsu and Superman.
Yeah, I could have. It would have been
not
like,
adequate
like,
enough.
there's not enough realistic fighting. Like,
Nobody tried to take Superman
kicks.
seriously.
There wasn't any calf kicks. I was just like, I was really upset about it. And then, when I saw the armbar, I was like, well, fuck, there goes that only gripe. I think that it was a cool movie. And you know what? The whole movie is just Likes being a big hater. And I thought that was well done. I never saw Man of Steel. Did you see the Man of Steel movie in like 2013?
No, I never did. I was a little too I was kind of out. I never really was. I had Superman VHSs as a kid, but it
wasn't cool.
He never like stuck to me like Batman or Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I think that's just a result of those two franchises, those IPs getting good movies.
I mean,
I bet you 10 years from now, there's going to be like a bunch of kids who are like Superman.
I watched the cartoon VHS tapes, like from, way back in the day. He'd go in the fucking, in the phone booth and change and everything.
There was no phone booth changes. That's a big, there you go. Boom. Now I found a complaint.
Yeah. So, phone booth is obviously like pre.
Yeah. That was tough. That was tough.
Yeah,
dude.
so
you would go into the phone booth and pop out.
Yeah, so that's the Superman I grew up with, which was okay. And then I watched the movies, and the movies are meh. And then I just kind of got disinterested. And you're right, that's why the movies.
Richard Pryor was in one of those movies.
I don't remember.
He was in like Superman 3 or something like that.
Oh no, I never watched Superman 3.
Yeah, it was like he was in it. I feel like those movies back in the day, actually, like you said, like that franchise was huge because my dad, like, he watched Superman when he was growing up. Of course, we're gonna like Batman because we had like the fucking Christopher Nolan flicks.
Yeah.
And then, we had Christian Bale.
All the Batman cartoons are awesome too.
DC's animated shows were awesome. When I was like 12 or 11, they had this show called like Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, that one was dope.
No, but it was like new. It was like just coming out. Oh, The Brave and the Bold. Not animated series.
Oh, I never watched Brave and the Bold.
And I watched the first full season when it was like coming out on TV. Like I would get home from, I'd get home from school, and then be like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" I don't know. I'll probably go home and play video games or something. And I'm like lying. I get home, I'm like, "Yeah, I do 3:30." This is about to come on the new episode of Brave and the Bold, or 3:00, I think it was.
I mean, the Batman was really good too. I think that one was like when we were kids going into middle school. The one where it was very artistically, like it was animated, but it was like kind of artistic. Everything was like super sharp, like facial features. And
it's not the new, it's not that the what's that one with the, you know what I'm talking about? They had Terry McGinnis.
Oh,
Batman.
Is it Forever?
Batman Forever. Yeah. Terry McGinnis. Yeah, that.
Where it was Robin.
It's not that one you're talking about.
No. I'm talking
Batman. What is the Batman?
That Batman is just it eventually starts having this kid with in like the later seasons.
Yeah. But I need to finish Penguin, dude. I got to episode 3.
I haven't watched the Penguin.
Or episode 4 or something like that. It was it's really good, and then I think he switches up on his day ones at the end of it, dude. Which is even more crazy. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, he's not a good guy.
I watched,
but everyone was rooting for him.
Yeah. Did you ever get into Arrow?
I did not. That's such a funny thing. That was huge.
Yeah, it got
that
pretty
was
big.
Huge, bro. Arrow was fucking huge. Like people knew the guy, Steven.
I don't know his name.
He was in, dude. He came out in a WWE match.
Probably because he's like really athletic. I'm sure. Like he probably did a lot of.
They did a whole cross promotion. I remember this really vividly. He had a WWE match, and everyone was like, "It's the Green Arrow," and whatever. And they're like, and I was like,
"That's pretty cool." No, but that I only watched 2 or 3 seasons, and it kind of lost me. I don't know. And then, did you ever watch the Flash series? That series was pretty good, but they carried it.
Is the Flash series? Ezra Miller was only in the movies, right?
Yes.
Flash I saw recently because I was doing a lot of research on CGI stuff because of the Airbud bit we did in the last video.
Yeah,
and
I love Airbud.
Someone was like the worst CGI ever in a movie or something like that, and it was a scene from the Flash, and it was the opening like running scene.
Sure.
And I mean, at first I was like, this doesn't look so bad, and then they cut to him like running, and he looks like he's like not even like, you know what I mean? Like they took running footage and just put it in like 0.25 speed.
And then they melded his CGI face.
Did you see what? Do you know what I'm talking about? That was a movie though.
Oh, the movie. Oh.
And everyone in the comments was like,
"Oh, the Ezramiller movie." Yes.
People gave a lot of shit to the show. That's what people were saying in the comments. They're like, "You guys thought the show was bad, huh?
Oh,
at least they didn't have a budget. Like these guys have budget and they're not doing shit with it."
Yeah, I mean, Ezramiller was like, it took like 4 years for that movie to even get made.
Was it because the legal troubles or
everything?
He was like doing crazy shit, like kidnapped somebody or like...
Yeah, I watched this recap of it, but yeah,
send me it. I need to know more.
He kidnapped basically like trans girl.
Oh,
that's like native or whatever.
It's not gonna get you very. Oh wow, so it's like a bunch of different. Marginalized groups melded into one person.
Melded into one person for sure, and then
checking all his boxes off in one.
And the parents were like, "We don't approve of this. Don't condone." She was just like, "No, I'm good." Didn't get him in trouble, pretty much.
You know when you were like heavy, when you get to a heavier weight.
Sure.
Because you used to be heavier as a kid. Now you're like skinnier.
Back in high school, the heaviest I weighed was like 197.
You never cracked 2 bills?
I might have. It just depends.
You never got on the scale to find out, huh? I wouldn't want to if I knew I was heavy. When you start getting heavier and it just becomes a subconscious twitch, is like you do the fat boy shirt adjust.
Oh yeah, you feel your
about.
Tits kind of like
exactly.
kind of sink in a pocket,
and you're like, the shirt's folding in on me. Yeah. I gotta do this real quick, and you do one of these, like, you know.
I mean,
what's Joe Rogan's dream?
Hey, what do you think about
wearing suits for no reason? That's what I want to start doing.
No, what do you think? Should we just
call me review of the week, dude?
Yo.
What were you saying?
With them.
I love him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're ever gonna watch the Godfather?
Do I feel? Like, is there like a feeling inside of me that?
Yeah, like, do you have any desire to finish watching the Godfather?
Do I have like a sixth sense that?
We were watching it in my garage, right?
I honestly don't remember. Anime Godfather, anime adaptation.
Nani?
You fucking I don't know.
Come to me on the day of my.
You call me Baka. I don't know what they say. I don't know any lines from.
I want to start wearing a suit for purposes, though. I'm saying
suit for suit purposes.
I just want to wear a suit, and or not even wear a suit. Just start wearing a sports jacket.
I kind of want a 3-piece.
The 3-piece is crazy. I just want to wear the sports jacket around, and it not be a thing where like, oh, this guy's dressed up. It's just like, oh, that's just what that dude wears. You do it enough, everyone gets used to it.
This is super unk territory, bro. Like having like like special outfits, you know, and shit like that.
No, I just want that to be my outfit.
Yeah, I know.
I want to be.
You're treading like.
I want to be like a cartoon. I want to have the same outfit every day.
Like an anime. The protagonist fit. So you're not fucking with a 3-piece.
3-piece? What do you mean by when you say 3-piece?
3-piece, you got like the vest.
The vest? Oh yeah, no. It's too much. It's too much.
No.
Have you ever seen Weekend at Bernie's?
Moving like Bernie.
Dude, I used to make
that weekend.
Fuck,
looking for the freaking.
Fuck, bro.
It's the weekend. We're moving like Bernie.
I was showing everybody that video, dude.
Just funny.
I was like, yo, dude, look at this shit. And then we would all fucking hit that shit, like, dude,
yeah.
On the basketball court, dude. Oh fuck, you'd hit a 3, and then you started loading like it was 2K and shit. It's so good, dude.
Yeah, remember in Doom?
I didn't know that.
You don't remember? When we were playing, we would play online.
Oh, Doom 2016.
Yeah, Doom 2016. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember, dude. That shit was fucking gas.
That was funny as hell.
Moving like Bernie, dude. That shit, honestly. But no, I started watching it, and then the whole thing is like, we should watch it. He's working like at an office job, and he's got his bro with him, and then he's like trying to ask out this chick who's like an intern or something.
Okay.
And then his bro's like, dude, you gotta ask soon because this summer's over and she's gone, you know. He goes up to her and she's like, can I help you or something? And he's just staring at her, and then she's like, my aunt is sick. And then he like walks away.
What?
Because his boy grabbed him and he's like, come on, let's go, or whatever. And then he's like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, I don't know.
Why?
And then the rest of the movie is just her, like, I don't know. At least what I saw, she was like, I hope your aunt gets better. And then he's like, starts lying about it, like how he's living. And he's like, yo, like, you know, like, you should come over to my place. And he brings her over to his parents' place because she's under the pretense he lives on his own. And I'm like, bro, like, what? And then, you know, his dad, like, goes into the kitchen. And she's like, oh, that's like my butler. Like, let's just pretend like we're asleep or whatever. So he just leaves us alone.
Okay.
And then she notices him. Or he notices them. And then he's like, oh, my bad. And he's like, it's all right, Jeffrey. Just lay out my suit for me in the morning. He's like, how about I lay you out instead? And then he walks over to the bed. And then she's like, you let your butler talk to you like that? And he's like, oh, you know, like, he's a vet, you know. Like,
he's a vet.
And then she, like, leaves because she's like, yeah, bullshit, dude. She's like, goodbye, dude.
Yeah,
And
so he fumbles.
Yeah, but then later on he starts, like, hitting on her again. And that's where I paused it. Because, like, they meet up at a party.
You didn't finish the movie?
It was, like, 2 in the morning. I didn't finish it now.
You chose to watch the baseball game instead of Weekend at Bernie's?
I wasn't watching it right now, but I did like the party scene because there was like a scene where everyone's like, "Hey, great party, Bernie," and he's just like with shades on.
Wait, how does Bernie get incapped? Like, how do they fuck him? You know, like,
How does he die?
Yeah, how does he die?
They just pull up to his crib and he's already dead at his desk. And then they're all like, dude, come on, man. This is my host. Who kind of host brings someone over and dies? And he's like, I'm here to party, dude. Like, I'm gonna make sure we still party, like nothing's even wrong.
That's
so
insane.
That's what the premise is. It's pretty good. I think it's funny. Honestly, a banger of a movie.
It's real as hell.
From what I've seen, I love it so far.
You're like, hey, you know what? Fuck it, I'm still gonna have a good time.
What'd you think of Real Talk by Kelly?
Michael. He's talking to like his chauffeur.
What did he say his name was? I don't even remember.
I think it was like Michael, isn't it?
Nah, it was something else.
Started with the M though.
Did you? No. Do you have your passport?
Were the other guys there?
Did you get your shots? Do you want to go with Rob to America?
Would you shoot shots like that?
Probably not.
Do you think it was buckets or was it?
Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America?
Man cave versus study. Is this an argument between dudes?
Man cave versus study.
Having
wow.
a study versus a man cave, right?
I think you could have both. You know, like your study could be your man cave.
But like, which one is like? What does it say about you as a person if you build a man cave before you build a study?
It says you're a man child.
It's being a carpenter.
This is your
She's my fave, dude. I love her to death.
Is that your moment? Your Sabrina Carpenter moment?
Low tier. God.
Is he a streamer? Isn't that guy a streamer?
Daryl Sparrow, I think his name is.
That's a terrible name. His
That's
parents
his real
did
name.
not name him that.
Don't say that, dude. Hey, so have you ever seen the show called Welcome to Plankville?
Yeah, where did you even find out about that?
I was you know how I recently resubscribed to all the subscriptions because I just love subscription maxing.
You're crazy like that.
I feel like the Spider-Man gif again. It's like it's getting zapped and shit, dude. That's how I feel when I feel like fucking subscribing to all. So I got all of my subscribers. I get all my.
You feel like Jarvis, pull up HBO Max.
Yeah, pull up the HBO Max, and I'm like, Jarvis, put on some trash TV. And I saw the description of it. I don't know why I couldn't show you the description of the thing, but it was like, two conservative parents growing up in the changing world, and how are they gonna do it? And I tuned in thinking it was season 1. Dude, I jump into season 7 of this fucking show, and it's like they cut to flashbacks to like season 1, and it's like they're like talking about like, yeah, things were just so much simpler before and everything, and I'm
During
like,
the
who
Bush
are
era.
these people? And then
Before Obama.
And then so they get to they I don't even know what happens. They basically have like this reunion thing, and then the dad comes in with some. They're having like a get together dinner, and then the dad comes in, and then they cut to like an interview of him, and he's like, yeah, you know, things have been weird, or things have been hard between me and her since splitting up. We're not divorced yet, but you know, because it's hard to come to terms on that kind of thing. And then like he's like, I just want to be here and give them a moment, just like how it was when we were kids or whatever. And then they like, but the kids are all grown up. They're all like my age, They're like 25,
Dude, when
26.
7 seasons, maybe they were like how old when they started recording?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like they were probably like pre-teen, like
They're probably like
mid-teens.
18, yeah.
Mid-teens, late teens.
Yeah.
And then, so now they're adults though, and then they have interviews with the kids, and they're like, they're trying to date, and that's the big thing that they have going on with the kids. And then it's like, one of the sisters got a breakup, so she's coming back to the show, and that's a whole thing that's going on.
That's crazy.
And then one of the kids is like talking about how like, I just want a big pair of tits, or I just want a big rack or something. I just want a
He's a
chick.
simple man.
I just want a chick with big boobs. That's
He's a
if
simple
I'm being
man.
honest. And then like he laughs, and then it's like B-roll of him at like get-togethers or whatever. And he's like, yeah, you know, dating's hard though.
He's like hiding in the corner and shit.
like,
not even chatting up
I
the
don't even
host.
know what I'm watching. You know, I got like 30 minutes in, and then I was like, all right, that's
Yeah, I
enough.
don't know.
I'm gonna go to sleep. You know,
It seems like
I turned that shit
you've
off.
been kind of like
I've been floating.
besides
around.
the anime. Besides the anime, I think you've been
Trying to find something because you're not watching anything.
you've been struggling.
You're not watching a damn thing, dude. You watched
I got
Alfie.
Alfie, bro.
What the fuck, dude? And we have an American audience.
You're sleeping on Alfie, bro. You know the craziest part about Alfie?
That is not relevant to
He's
any
English,
Americans.
bro. He's English, but he's in America. He's in New York, bro. He's risen in New York.
And he's like, "Oi, you like Liverpool?"
He's not a fucking white or English. What is that? I don't even know what they would call it. Fucking
That's not even.
nonce.
That was not a Scouse accent at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You were saying though?
he's not like a nonce. You know, he's a more or less decently put together guy. He drives a taxi. You know, you would never think about like, hey, you know, what if I drove a taxi?
Low tier. You're saying?
You never been on that taxi driver, dude?
You know what you talking about taxis? You know what I liked watching is that game show Taxi. What's
Game
that
show?
shit called? The Taxi. It's not Crazy Taxi. It's like
There's like a comedy called Taxi.
there's a game show where you get in a cab and it's a taxi, and it was on Discovery Channel all the time.
Nah.
Yeah, it was Cash Cab.
Cash Cab, okay.
Pretty sure that's
So
what it's
what
called.
would they do? What was the game?
It's like trivia. You get on there and then they ask you questions, and then it's like
And
it
the
looks like a regular cab, but as soon as you drive off, the roof of the car turns into like a fucking
contestants would be random, or
it would just be people. That's what they said at least, right?
they'd be pre-selected. But
Who knows?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like to think it was just randoms, and then whoever went along with the recording.
Well, yeah, they gotta sign
Yeah,
all
low-key.
these papers and shit and legal stuff before they get on the camera.
What were you saying though?
Alfie's fire, bro. You're sleeping on Alfie. Shit, I was taking notes, dude. He said.
Yeah, you have no notes.
Yet I have no notes. Yeah, Alfie was telling me. Alfie's like, yo, you know, like, you ain't gotta... I don't know why I'm blanking out so hard. It was kind of cool that the things I liked about the movie is they have, like, a fourth wall break where he talks to the audience, right? Like, he'll talk directly to the audience. So he'll stare at the camera, you know, breaking rules of cinematography, staring at the camera, and then start talking to you, like, his pretty much like his internal thoughts, you know. So he'd give you all this game, like what's going on in his head, play by play, while he's risen up these girls in, where is it, like New York, you know, in the Upper East Side or in the Lower East Side. And then I like how he's got this calendar with the word of the day, so he'll integrate it into his monologue. Like one of his was, fuck, dude, I can't even remember the words, but he's got a calendar that has like a specific word for each day. So he'll, you know, just like read the word and be like, yo, this is my word for today. So that was kind of cool. And then he's got his boss is like some Chinese dude. And it was kind of sad, like in the middle of the movie. He pulls up on his boss is crying, he's like, oh.
Classic. Now that he can't have her, thinks he can't live without her. Some people are funny.
But at the same time, he's heartbroken. I was like, yo, I feel him, you know? And Alfie's giving him some game. He's like, yeah, you know, like, you can win her back, bro. Like buy her some flowers, write her a poem. And he's like, you know what, I will write her a poem. He gets a pen and paper, he starts writing. He's like, what rhymes with blossom? And Alfie's like, I don't know, you should start with awesome. That shit was funny as hell, dude. Why are you spurging out right now?
It's fucking hot, dude.
It is hot. It is hot as hell today. What's the temperature?
It is hot as hell in this funky ass, hot ass room I'm in.
Like, there's this subreddit called Dead Bedrooms, dude, and it's about like dudes who aren't getting any nookie.
They're missing out on the nook.
Yeah, and it's like basically like guys are in there and they're like talking about how like, yeah, my wife, like, she's not putting out and she hasn't put out in years. No, they're still together for appearances or whatever. Or legal reasons. And he's like, yeah, I just don't really feel like she looks at me like a man anymore. And then there's like one part where this guy was like, oh, like my daughter was like, why don't you and dad like ever do anything that couples do, like that I see him cover. And then for appearances he starts getting attention again, so he's like, yo, like this is kind of fire. So then she like sleeps in the same bed as him for the first time in years.
What?
And then well, that's just the reality, but it's Dead Bedrooms. You gotta go check this out. But so anyway, she like presses up against him in a way or something, and he's like, yo, I took it as like a sign, so I'm gonna try to like initiate. And then she like freaked out on him and she's like, don't fucking touch me or whatever. And he's like, now I'm in a living room and I feel like a fucking loser and like, wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just reading
that's depressing,
this,
dude.
I was reading this shit and I was like, this has to be the worst, like top 5 worst subreddits ever. Like if you want,
that's terrible.
if you want to fucking remind yourself how good you have it, just go on a Reddit and read some of the shit that some people's realities are. Who knows how much of it's true, dude? Maybe some of it's a lie.
Yeah.
But dead internet theory? No, but it's a fucking depressing ass trip, dude. And it's like, may that love never find me, dude.
It sounds pretty terrible. You just watch that? You just go through that subreddit to feel better?
No, I don't extrapolate joy from other people's suffering like that.
And someone's,
you know what makes me happy? A blunt, a Philly cheesesteak, and some head,
dude. That is the holy trinity. Blunt, Philly cheesesteak, some slow neck.
Everybody's got sad days, but at the end of the day you might get some of that slow neck head, so it's never really sad, is it? Smile.
I also want to talk about how I went and double backed on my Bourdain take, and now I'm gonna double back and say Bourdain's an asshole for in Parts Unknown, season 8, episode 5, while he was in Houston. He was playing cricket or something with some like Indian people, and then he was like talking to them, and instead of just being like, oh, this is cool, we have a thing like it too, it's called baseball, it's kind of cool, you might like that. He took it as like a chance to be like, yeah, this is way cooler than that. You guys are awesome. Like, just glazes them. And he's like, yeah, baseball sucks. The beer sucks. The hot dogs suck.
Maybe he wanted some Indian food, bro. Maybe he wanted some fucking
He's like, you're going to make me some butter chicken after this? But, no, dude. So that's what pissed me off. I was like, dude, you could just mutually, like, do the cultural exchange instead of just being like, our stuff sucks. You guys are way better. And then at the end of it, he starts going on this freaking tangent about how like America's awesome, and like we're like, and it's like, well, you just bashed America's pastime, buddy. I don't know how American you are, fucking dickhead. That shit made me mad. I was like, come on,
Can't a man relax?
Yeah, that's how it felt, dude. I honestly, dude, that shit made me mad, dude.
You're just mad because you like baseball.
Well, yeah, dude, you don't have to say that hot dogs fucking taste terrible and that the worst beer you ever had is at a stadium. The best beer you ever had is at the stadium. And
it costs $20.
Preaching America while freaking dissing our sport, dude. Brofist.
Brofist. Is that how Americans feel about?
Well, let's not get political or anything.
But I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
Can't keep getting away with it.
You know what you have to do? You have to go and do research for us. You have to go out and you have to listen to the Love album by Diddy.
The Love album by Diddy?
It's the album he put out just before he went to jail. And I want you to go listen to the Love album, and I want you to do an investigation. I want you to try to find any lyrics that could be, you know...
That could convict him in court?
Exactly. Any incriminating lines, anything about parties, anything about, you know?
All right, detective, your mission?
Oil specifically. You go and listen to the Diddy album, and I'll be a happy camper, man. That's your homework. That should be your research, because I feel like you're slacking, dude.
Are you the professor right now?
Did you just think I was Joe Rogan?
I totally did.
She just called me fucking Joe Rogan. You thought I was fucking